So at this stage, let us ask you, what is a folksonomy? What actually folksonomy means? You see, there are numbers of definitions of folksonomy, but some standard definitions are there. Let us discuss about those. Now, folksonomy refers to an emergent grassroots taxonomy. So, taxonomy at grassroots level. It is an aggregate collections of tags, বিভিন্ন ট্যাগের সংগ্রহ বলতে পারো, bottom up categorical structure development and emergent thesaurus. Bottom up, mind the word bottom up, it is very important. যত traditional classification scheme দেখেছো starting from Melville Lewis DDC up to colon classification or broad system of ordering, all schemes indicate top-down approach. Top-down approach মানে একটা broad term indicate করা থাকে, তার under specific term, আরো specific term, gradually delving into more and more specific level. DDC তে যেটা তোমরা দেখেছো, first summary, second summary, third summary, then schedule, etc. So this is top-down approach, অর্থাৎ general to specific, that is top-down approach. And the folksonomic approach is just reverse. It is the bottom-up approach, that is specific to general. Different users assign their own terms, and aggregating those terms, you get the tag cloud. Therefore, the folksonomic approach is basically a bottom-up categorical structure approach. And an emergent thesaurus, public thesaurus, people's thesaurus. Thesaurus যেখানে শুধু কিছু স্ট্যান্ডার্ডাইজড টার্ম বা কন্ট্রোল ভোকাবুলারি না, এবং folksonomic এ সেই জন্য এটাও বলা হয় ইট ইজ দ্য thesaurus অফ আনকন্ট্রোলড ভোকাবুলারি। thesaurus বলতে সাধারণত আমরা কি বুঝি? ইট ইজ দ্য লিস্ট অফ ভোকাবুলারি কন্ট্রোল। thesaurus এর যে ক্লাসিক্যাল স্ট্যান্ডার্ডাইজড ডেফিনিশন, বাট মডার্ন folksonomic thesaurus indicates the uncontrolled vocabulary. So folksonomy tends towards the development of thesaurus of uncontrolled vocabulary. The term folksonomy was coined by Thomas van der Waal. Why do folksonomies work? The searcher defines the access, but the aggregation of the terms has public value. It's a typically messy democratic approach. Democratic approach, no doubt. This line is very interesting, but messy. Remember that. Now, what makes folksonomies popular? Their dynamic nature works well with dynamic resources. They are personal. They lower barriers to cooperation. অর্থাৎ এর যে ডাইনামিক নেচার, এবং ডাইনামিক নেচারের থেকে যেটা হচ্ছে folksonomic যে পার্সোনাল ক্যারেক্টারিস্টিক্স, অর্থাৎ তুমি নেটে একটা কোনো ই-বুক দেখলে তুমি সেটাকে মমস গিফট বা সামার বিশেষ এরকম বিভিন্ন নামে তুমি তাকে ট্যাগ করতে পারো ফর ইউর ওন রিট্রিভাল। মমস গিফট সাথে সাথে তোমার নিজের রিসোর্সটা তুমি রিট্রিভ করতে পারছো, বা সামার স্টোরি, দ্যাট মিনস ইউ হ্যাভ ডিসাইডেড টু ফিনিশ দ্যাট বুক ডিউরিং সামার ভ্যাকেশন, such and such. Now, tagging and the consequent folksonomies work best when it's easy to do, it's not commercial in nature, tags have ownership, taggers are more likely to tag their own stuff than your stuff. It has been shown to work well on the web. এগুলো হচ্ছে ideal conditions under which the folksonomic systems may be ideal. The unexpected development, terminological consensus. Now, collective action yields common terms. Stabilization may be caused by imitation and shared knowledge. The wisdom of the crowd. Actually, wisdom of the crowd. Is a folksonomy, এটার মেন মানে মোটোটা হচ্ছে wisdom of the crowd. Is your tagging influenced by my tagging? This is very beautiful. question. আগে যেটা বললাম দেখো, collective action is common terms. Actually, taggings may be influenced. আমি একটা ট্যাগ করলাম, তুমি একটা ট্যাগ করলে, influence must be there. কারণ কি, folksonomy is the collective action, এবং কালেকটিভ অ্যাকশন অর্থাৎ বটম আপ এই যে গ্রাসরুট লেভেলের বিভিন্ন টার্ম, সব টার্মগুলো ইউনাইটেড হয়ে একটা কমন টার্মের দিকে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে। বটম আপ অ্যাপ্রোচ জাস্ট রিফার্স টু ট্র্যাডিশনাল ক্লাসিফিকেশন অ্যাপ্রোচ, মাইন্ড দ্যাট। ঠিক আছে, সো ইট ইজ দ্য কালেকটিভ অ্যাকশন, রিমেম্বার, নট এনি সিঙ্গল স্ট্যান্ডার্ডাইজড অ্যাকশন। And stabilization may be caused by imitation and shared knowledge. Stabilization সম্ভব, folksonomic approach কি তাহলে stabilization সম্ভব নয়? Yes, it is possible. Stabilization সম্ভব, কিভাবে? By imitation and particularly by shared knowledge. যদি নলেজ শেয়ার করার একটা appropriate platform develop করা যায়, definitely then it would be possible. The wisdom of the crowd. So, now the question is your tagging, whether my tagging is influenced by your tagging? Of course it is. People are beginning tag in ways that make it easier for others to find like stuff. Shared meaning consequently evolves for tags. Most used tags become most visible. Now, strengths of folksonomies. First one is cost-effective way to organize internet social benefits. It's inclusive for many environments. They work well. Collation issues. They do not yield the level of clarity that control vocabularies do. Term ambiguity, words with multiple meanings, no synonym control. এটা হচ্ছে folksonomy apparent disadvantage. So control vocabulary তে টার্মের যে ক্ল্যারিটি অবজার্ভ করা যায়, that is not at all possible in folksonomic approach, you know. And term ambiguity, word with multiple meanings, synonym, homonym, these problems are there. And synonym control is not there. নেই, দরকারও নেই। আমার synonym control, different terms, personal terms কন্ট্রোল করার দরকার কি? আমি তো এগ্রিগেট করছি সব টার্মকে, এগ্রিগেট করি, আমরা বোঝবার চেষ্টা করছি whether any standard entity eventually emerges or not, because it is the wisdom of the crowd. Remember that. Now, issues with specificity. Variable specificity for related terms, broadness of terms, impacts, precision terms are often impressive and mixed perspectives. Issues with structure. Singular and plural forms create redundant headings. Singular plural problem is there. No guidelines for the use of compound headings, punctuation, word order. These are there, particularly punctuation and intermediate punctuation, hyphen in between. যার জন্য অনেক সময় compound word, compound headings, যার জন্য different meaning হয়ে যায়. No scope notes, no cross references. Scope note, cross reference standard দেওয়া থাকে না, and you have to understand. Issues with accuracy. Collective wisdom of the tagging community. How does wrong information impact retrieval? Conflicting cultural norms and sometimes authority counts. Spagging and other problems. Spagging means actually spam tagging. Spam means junk mail. So tagging also indicates spam tagging or spagging. Now, tidying up the tags. List of tagging norms have been developed. Are there programmatic solutions? Users know they are looking at tags. By tidying, do we destroy the essence of why this works? Do we realistically have the resources? তার মানে ট্যাগকে স্ট্যান্ডার্ডাইজ করা উচিত না উচিত না? That is the questions. Now, there are some common recommendations. First of all, do not assume that one size fits all. Retain control vocabularies in the catalog. For catalog control vocabulary, subject headings are okay. For classification, the standardized terms are okay. Now explore ways to use control vocabularies to help organize the internet by repurposing control vocabularies that already exist. Invite folksonomies to the party in the catalog to gain their benefits. Explore ways to combine the two systems. অর্থাৎ ক্যাটালগেরও দরকার আছে, folksonomy-রও দরকার আছে in different contexts. Particularly, folksonomy is much more useful in case of web resources. Particularly Wikipedia, blogs, is a web to environment. Folksonomic approach is much more beneficial. Now recommendations. When you invite folksonomies into the catalog, do so strategically and carefully. Folksonomic terms যদি ক্যাটালগে ইউজ করো কি হবে? ক্যাটালগে subject heading, you introduce subject heading. There are numbers of subject heading. Subject heading এর জন্য যে not necessarily you have to meticulously follow either CRG or LCSH. সেটা না, because we also know that both CRG and LCSH are inadequate. কিন্তু folksonomic term, innumerable terms, সেটা যদি ক্যাটালগে ইনক্লুড করা যায় তাহলে কি হতে পারে? Don't put terms in the same index as control vocabularies. Find ways to associate terms applied across editions of works, need for mediation or at least observation. The crowd is not necessarily the best arbiter of specific terminology. Always remember why people tag. People tag things because they want to find them, not because they want others to find them. That is the important thing. Actually, catalog for common public's findings. Catalog is standard term কেন থাকে? Catalog design করা হয় যাতে common people, জনগণ সেখান থেকে তথ্য খুঁজে পায়. But people tag information so that they find them, not others to find. Folksonomy হচ্ছে একটা personalized approach. Generalization of personalized approach. But catalog is not that. Basic contexts are quite different. Be aware that this will impact the quality of the term and the frequency. That is obvious. Now, next recommendations. Control vocabularies could be better utilized than they currently are. Now, subject structures are underutilized in the ILS. Control vocabularies that exist are not being explored to the web. And well-connected terms foster discovery. Let's connect them. Index those cross-references where available. Where are folksonomies found? Folksonomyর জন্য অনেক খুব popular websites আছে. Folksonomies are found in social bookmarks managers such as Delicious, del.ibcio.us, http delicious, and Furl, which allow users to add bookmarks of sites they like to their personal collections of links. Organize and categorize these sites by adding their own terms or tags. Share this collection with other people with the same interests. Next, the tags are used to allocate bookmarks. First, within a user's collection and next across the entire system. For example, the page http delicious tag blogging will show all bookmarks that are tagged with blogging by any user. Now, social bookmarking and social tagging. Let us now say what is social bookmarking. It is nothing but public sharing of links. It indicates association of tags or keywords with links. It forms network of related links created by users. That is network of related tags created by users. Now, what is tagging? Act of associating a term with a link or article labeling or classifying for personal use. Tagging creates an association between user, item and set of tags. Social bookmarking হচ্ছে একটা সাইট যেখান থেকে আমরা বিভিন্ন অবজেক্টকে ট্যাগ করতে পারি। Next, inter-term relationship. There are no clearly defined relations between and among the terms in the vocabulary, unlike formal taxonomies and classification schemes, where there are multiple kinds of explicit relationships, for example, broader, narrower, and related terms between and among terms. Now, taxonomies are simply the set of terms that a group of users tagged content with. They are not a predetermined set of classification terms or labels. These are some popular taxonomies that I already mentioned too. Delices, also Flickr is there, Fraser is there, Sim is Pearl, Technoratic. The popularity of taxonomies. The growing popularity of taxonomies can be attributed to two principal factors. First, an increasing need to exert control over the mass of digital information that we accumulate on a daily basis. Next, a desire to democratize the way in which digital information is described and organized by using categories and terminology that reflect the views and needs of the actual end users rather than those of an external organization or body. What is social bookmarking? Social bookmarking is a server-side web-based service which allows users to create, manage and share their personal bookmarks in a social community. Social bookmarking system have three major axes: users, tags and URLs. These are three major axes or components of social bookmarking system: users, tags and URLs, universal resource locator. And social bookmarking systems are a type of taxonomy. Then the same question repeats: what is taxonomy? Now, taxonomy is a collaboratively generated, open-ended labeling system that enables users to categorize content by freely chosen labels. Thomas van der Waal coined the phrase by combining folk plus taxonomy. While taxonomy appears to be the most popular, other names for the same phenomena have been proposed, which included folk classification, folk taxonomy, ethno-classification, distributed classification, social classification, open tagging, free tagging, faceted hierarchy, etc. তাহলে দেখো এই যে ফোকসোনমি রিলেটেড প্রচুর টার্মস তোমরা দেখতে পাবে। ফোক ক্লাসিফিকেশন, ফোক ট্যাক্সোনমির সাথে প্যারালাল টার্ম ফোক ক্লাসিফিকেশন, অলসো ফোক ট্যাক্সোনমি, দ্যাট ইজ ফোকসোনমি, এথনো ক্লাসিফিকেশন, classification by public, or distributed classification, and ethno classification from the viewpoint of peoples who use, social classification from the social point of view, distributed classification when classification is done in a network at every node of the network, that is distributed classification, open tagging when anybody can tag any object, free tagging, faceted hierarchy, etc. These are synonymous terms of taxonomy. Now, social bookmarking as a classification system. A classification system, is a structured scheme for categorizing knowledge, entities or objects to improve access or study, created according to alphabetical, associative, hierarchical, numerical, ideological, spatial, chronological or other criteria. Classification system হচ্ছে একটা structured scheme for categorizing knowledge. But traditional methods for organizing information include controlled vocabularies, taxonomies, thesauri and ontologies. So these are traditional methods.